I think it helps with the grieving process.
Okay.
It helps to get through the denial process very quickly because it is what it is. It's a fact. It's we're all going to go through this.
Can you remind me of a psychological concept? It's called desensitization.
Desensitization.
Have you ever heard about it?
I don't think so, but let's see where you're going with it.
Desensitization. I might be wrong at this, but I'm going to give it a shot. Desensitization is when we desensitize ourselves from what we're feeling. So if during this grieving process, we got stuck into a rabbit hole here.
It's okay.
But it's what we feel because I can see there's a pattern in what you're saying is that there's a high level of optimism in any kind of situation. So one could say that could it be that is a form of desensitization that we're trying to avoid the pain?
No, so I'm going to tell you right. I would never allow someone to just not feel that. Absolutely. No, I'm going to tell you to feel what you want to feel. Absolutely, what you're feeling.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely, you want to go through that. Like, even if someone's angry, it's okay. Like, I mean, it happens sometimes. Now, can we learn to actually reframe things and see something and see that, oh, do I really need to get angry about this? Because we've got to look at that as well.
Yes.
But if you're angry. And sometimes anger is necessary, for instance.
I think so too.
Because it's necessary in the sense of, a lot of people don't realize, like, what's the quickest way to bring someone out of a depression? Piss them off. Because anger is going to be a higher frequency than the shame or whatever they're feeling at that point. If I'll use it on purpose because it's going to be a temporary sense of relief for that moment. Even when we want to lash out at someone and blame someone. Now, I'm not saying to do that, but when someone does that, all they're doing is feeling a sense of relief in that moment.
Yes.
Now, will it be long lasted? Probably not. But now we need to. Now, from anger, we want to take them up to a bit of courage.
Yes.
And then from courage, maybe move them up to hope.
Yeah.
Right? So I would never tell someone not to feel what they're feeling. What I would coach someone and help someone with is, and I think this is something that significantly changed in my life, because I could tend to get quite angry. Nowadays, I'm a lot calmer, but I've been known to lose it in the past.
Thank God.
In the past. So what's significantly different for me nowadays in any particular situation is not that you got angry or you got upset about something or that you're depressed about something, or my question would be, how long would you like to stay there? And I think this is where mindset comes in, because you can start to reframe things and change the way you are looking at things so that you don't need to be staying there for 20 years. Something happened 20 years. People do this, though.
They do.
20 years ago, something happened, and you're still talking about it today. Dude, that happened 20 years ago.
They do.
Right? Or you have, it's just really interesting. Right now, I exaggerated 20 years ago, but it could
happens.
be. Yeah, it happens. It happens.
I'm not sure
Yeah,
it's an exaggeration.
no,
to be
it
honest.
happens. But also 5 years ago, someone's talking about. So I could talk about, because I went through that really difficult time when I had to close the shop. And we're talking. How long ago am I talking? 2006. So we're talking a while ago. Like, and this happened, and I lost money, and it was a real hard time for me. And I'm never gonna take on something like that again. And I'm talking about but this is where the mind plays games now.
Yeah.
Because the fact of the matter is, you're talking about it now. You're talking about your past now.
As if it was the present.
It is. You're making it the present. You're bringing up all the pictures. You're bringing up all the movies, and and to give those people who are listening a real clear example of this. Let's say you were take yourself back. You were having a really good time with a girl or a partner or whoever it was some time ago when you were a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
And you were somewhere, and there was this particular song that played, and this song comes on the radio. It can take you right back there immediately, right? And you will feel all the emotions that you felt during that time, as if it was happening now.
Music has that kind of magic.
Music can do that, absolutely. I for instance, when I smell freshly cut grass, it takes me right back to Canada when my dad used to cut the front lawn. Immediately, it just goes, oh, just takes me there and all those emotions. Now, what do many people do? They allow those anchors, those emotions to come up when they find themselves in a particular circumstance or situation. They haven't learned how to change those yet. How to realize that just because that happened then doesn't mean it's happening now.
For sure.
It's not
Def-
happening now.